Hey everyone, this is my flipped classroom assignment. I'm doing it for an 11th grade U.S. history class. This would be a lesson on the Battle of Gettysburg, which would be part of the bigger unit of the Civil War. I've never given this lesson before. This is just something I made for this assignment, but I could see myself doing it. I think it'd be interesting to have the students review the battle at home and what happened and the outcomes, and then they could come to school. So I would kind of have them go briefly through it so they could see. It only took 3 days. Here it is on the map near Baltimore, near Washington, D.C., near Philadelphia, so they can kind of see where it is. I'd really have them stress on the fact that it's a town of residents. It's not just a random field. So residents were impacted during this battle versus other battles that took place on the outskirts of towns. I've been here 4 times myself, so some of these pictures, actually all the pictures, I have taken. So here's a picture of the center of town. Fun fact, the red building, second story, second window from the left, that's where Abraham Lincoln stayed when he came to deliver the Gettysburg Address. So we'd go over the key players, Union, we have General Meade, here he is in all his tiredness. Here's his headquarters. Confederates, we have Robert E. Lee, here he is. Southern gentleman, and then I'd go over day 1, day 2, and day 3. They could see, what happened on each day. Day 2 was most of the fighting. Here's some pictures. We got Little Round Top. This is me on Little Round Top looking down towards Devil's Den. Here's the wheat field. We got day 3, the end of the battle, and it ends with a Union victory. I'd show them the statistics from this battle. This wouldn't be something I would test them on, not something that they would need to remember, but just so they could see, because they would have seen from like the battles of Chancellorsville and Sharpsburg and Shiloh, and so they could see in relation to the other battles where this falls along on most, least, or moderate amount of casualties. And then reiterate the fact that it was a town, there was 1 civilian casualty, it could have been a lot more. Thankfully, there was not. And then again, it's a town. The armies at the end of the battle just leave and leaves the unfortunate residents to have to pick up the pieces, as well as bury the dead, care for the wounded, and deal with all of the diseases and infections that come with how unsanitary war can be. And then I'd briefly just mention the Gettysburg Address, why Lincoln came, what did he say, what was the importance of what he said, and then show them, the only surviving picture, only known picture of Lincoln at Gettysburg. Historians believe this was taken right after he gave his address. So you can see, and you can kind of see the white arrow pointing at Lincoln's head. And then I've never done it before. It's a really quick speech. It's 10 sentences long, but it has a really, really, really big impact on the nation, not just the Union, but the Confederates as well. And then this slide, I wouldn't show to the students. Instead of just showing them this, I would put it in question forms, because I'd want them to maybe jot down their thoughts. I would let them know, it is one of the most crucial battles. It turned the tide of the Civil War. But then I'd ask them, why is it a crucial battle? Why did it turn the tide of the war? What did this mean to the Union? Or maybe just prepare, and then they could come to class the next day, and I'd ask them these questions, and we could discuss, it stopped Lee's attempted invasion of the North. For the rest of the war, the Confederacy was on the defensive. The Union, has now taken over. We're winning most of the war now. So that's how I would kind of end that. So that's my flipped classroom. I hope you guys like it. And I will see you guys later.